Also this afternoon, the minorities raising red flags over the December 1 deadline handed public sector workers to get their Ghana cards or risk losing their salaries. The Comptroller and Accountant General's office, in a statement dated 12th of October, says it is currently harmonizing its system to ensure speedy administration of government's payroll. All existing and prospective public sector workers have less than 3 months to acquire the Ghana card. On your screens now, the copy of that statement, and it says, as part of Government of Ghana's efforts to deliver speedy, secured and verified payroll services to government employees and pensioners while reducing the risk of underserving payments or claims, the Comptroller and Accountant General's Department is collaborating with the National Identification Authority to have a harmonized database to facilitate biometric and unique identification of all workers on the government payroll. Well, this directive comes at a time when many Ghanaians are already working around the clock to get Ghana cards to re-register their mobile SIM cards. The minority says the December 1 deadline is outrageous. And joining me now on phone is minority spokesperson on employment and social welfare, Dr. Kwabena Donkor. Doc, I'm grateful for your time this afternoon. Dr. Kwabena Donkor, if you're on, I'm grateful for your time.
I appreciate your calling.
Doc, government argues that if each public sector worker acquires a Ghana card, payroll fraud will be checked. Isn't that enough reason why you should support this?
Absolutely. Government, past and present, have attempted to fight payroll fraud. And it's a very laudable objective. No one is against that. Let's make that clear. Not a minority or majority in the chamber will be against that, because we have raised those issues over a number of years, not just with this government. We've passed that from the first NDC to the first MPP back to NDC. Consistently, this has been raised as a canker that needs to be cured. It is the dictat, the nature of the implementation that creates its own challenges. The Comptroller Accountant General is not an elected official. And my argument is that let sponsoring ministry, the Minister of Employment, of Finance, let them engage, lead public education, the education drive. Let's sensitize our people. Let's sensitize the Ghanaian worker, not just the Ghanaian worker. This even goes beyond the worker, including the pensioner. And it is in the interest of every Ghanaian citizen, whether working or not, for us to judiciously use our tax revenue. And therefore, nobody is against it. But when you are implementing such a policy, if you implement a good policy wrongly, the end result turns out to be wrong. So let's get everybody on board. Can you assure me that everybody who wanted the national ID card was able to lay hands on one? My information, and a number of people have called me, is that they couldn't lay hands on it. So first of all, let's do the basics. Let's give ourselves some time that, look, from, let's say, 1st January, this is going to be the only method of identification or authentication of people on the public payroll. And can you encourage the private sector to do so? Having said that, what are the bottlenecks to workers in particular accessing the national ID card as of today? Let's address that. When we address that and we sensitize the population, the rollout will be smooth, the rollout will be effective, and we will save ourselves money. This is our position. We are not against payroll fraud. Indeed, both sides of the aisle in Parliament has consistently asked that we should work at reducing payroll fraud.
Doc, is this something that the public sector workers themselves have expressed to you that they have challenges in doing it?
Absolutely. I am a member of parliament for a rural constituency. And if you go on our platform, and then phone calls I have received, that there are a number of people in my constituency who is workers who have not been able to access the national ID card. Remember, the period was fraught with challenges. People go to queue and they said that the network was down. Remember all those challenges. And I appreciate the effort NIA says they are now doing to issue out the card, but you have to go and pay. For most people, you have to go and pay. And therefore, let's get persons right. We will support every move to reduce payroll fraud, if not eliminate it. And as a nation, we must work to eliminate payroll fraud. However, the process is as important as the objective.
So as the minority spokesperson on employment and social welfare and a member of parliament, what do you intend to do about this?
Well, parliament is on recess. But even then, I will be talking to the appropriate, especially the Minister of Employment. I will make an attempt to contact him tomorrow and raise the issues so that he can also intervene with his colleagues. We are all in support of the move. There's absolutely no well-meaning Ghanaian who will oppose it. But the implementation, the process of implementation, is what we must work at.
I'm grateful
of course, when
for
Parliament resumes, and if the challenge is still there, we'll raise it on the floor of Parliament.
I'm grateful for your time. Dr. Kwabena Donkor, he is the minority spokesperson on Parliament's Committee of Employment and Social Welfare.